In this Black Myth Wukong video, we are taking on Cyan Loong, which is an optional boss in chapter 3. And if you want to see the full walkthrough of this area so that you don't miss any secrets or quests, I will link that video in the description below. But for now, let's do the Cyan Loong guide. Now, the Cyan Loong doesn't have a huge amount of attacks, but when they hit hard. And in this video, I'm going to show you a cheat code which is going to make this fight much easy. Ready? Let's go. This right here is the first of his main attacks, where he will swim towards you and then dive bomb. So dodge twice before jumping in the air and slamming you with lightning. This is a good time to counterattack, but not too much. That's why he can do a quick swipe with his left hand, so get a few hits and retreat. Okay, so remember the cheat code that I spoke about? Yeah, this is it. So when you and him have considerable distance, he's gonna charge at you and he will do it almost every single time. So dodge, and after a slight delay, he will swoop in, roll into him and do some good damage. At this point, I immobilize, get some more damage in, followed by a pillar stance attack. Yep, so good damage done. He again does the lightning hand swipe, so roll back and wait for his next move. So as I said before, if you create distance, it will always trigger the charge move, and there is a way to spot it. So when you see him take the sword back like that, like a reverse grip, you know it's coming. So roll and wait for him to dive bomb, roll again. Get some more damage in, but be careful of that. You really don't want to get greedy with this, so make sure you retreat after a couple hits. Anyways, back to the guide. Create distance. Let's see if you can trigger. Yep. See him take the sword back, roll. Wait for the dive, roll. Fall back again. Let's see. Okay, so at 1/3 health, he's gonna imbue his sword with lightning, which basically enhances all his attacks and they all do more damage. It's a quite long drawn out animation which ends by him thrusting his sword onto the ground. So again, it's gonna be the charge attack, but now you wanna roll into him to get behind him, or else you'll get hit by his lightning sword, which now has an AoE damage as well. So basically the trick to this fight is to always create some distance and let him trigger the charge attack, and you know by now how to dodge that and counter attack with. So as you just saw, we immobilized him for some more damage, followed by the pillar stance and the spirit attack. Okay, so the swim attack, roll and roll into him, and follows it up by his left hand lightning strike, which now also causes lightning strikes in front of him. Okay, so let's try the cheat code again. Create distance for him to trigger the Yep. Dodge, wait, and remember to dodge into him. Dodge, counter attack. But don't get too trigger happy, cause remember, he can always do the palm lightning thing. Once again, this is literally the cheat code to this fight. Create distance and trigger his charge attack. Also, this lightning effect on his sword is temporary, so it will go in some time. I don't know if any of you noticed, but I have a bad throat. So yeah, if this video is helpful, then a like and a sub would be nice. It'll be nice. Okay, I had immobilized ready, so got some good damage in, and I get trigger happy here. So his palm lightning did end up finally hitting me. At this point, I use the Wind Tamer, which staggers him. Okay, this is a new move, where he holds his sword back while pointing at you. The air will crackle around him and his two-handed sword swing will unleash an electrical projectile slash. So does that. Okay, enough with the new moves. Let's try and get the charge attack triggered again. Roll and roll into him. At this point, you can notice his lightning has gone from his sword. So this makes this fight much more manageable. Swim attack, roll, wait, roll into him. One thing that I've noticed with this boss is that if you create some distance between you and him, he will remain quite passive and hangs back quite a bit. Sword in reverse grip, so you know it's coming. He's probably done this the 10th time already. So you always want to fight this boss from a distance and let him make the first move. I mean, I know this boss is considered top 10 hardest bosses in Wukong, but if you can get the cheat code of keeping distance and triggering the charge, this boss, yeah, is as easy as cheese. In fact, I found that Captain White's voice was much harder than this, and I have a cheat code for that one too, and I will link that video in the description below. With this boss, we are almost done with this boss. You can see him trigger happy doing the same move over and over again, but you need to trigger it, and the closer you are to the boss, the more challenging he gets. So you want to stay back as much as possible and wait for him to finish to then counterattack as hard as you can. There is just one more move that I need to show you, and for me he does it right at the very end. So here goes. It's 2 sword slashes and ends it with a palm lightning strike. So roll thrice. Last roll though is always into him. Now, was this guide helpful? Comment below and let me know. And if you like what you see and you wanna see more, a like and a sub would be simply lovely.